Hey guys, Ryan Michael Ballard here, founder of Cortex, taker of a lot of theanine, and that's what I want to talk about. L-Theanine doesn't get talked about enough in the smart drugs in the nootropics community because folks think it's just sort of an anti-anxiety nootropic, or compound. It's often used in conjunction with caffeine as a nootropic stack, right? The caffeine amps you up, binds to the adenosine receptors, makes your brain feel more awake, and then the theanine comes and sort of calms a lot of that potentially excessive stimulatory effect from the caffeine down, so you get a nice, even balance, good focus, and that's a good stack. But theanine by itself, depending on your state, your brain state, is really a great nootropic. And I say depending on your brain state because we've always contended at Cortex, and I've always said, as a neuroscience researcher and a nootropic experimenter for 7 years now, that one should not take nootropics haphazardly. One should take nootropics to target a particular problem based on the potential for some sort of thing going wrong in their brain at the time, or the sort of potential to fix some sort of imbalance. Like if you've got a neurotransmitter deficiency, you feel like you're not motivated, maybe you're not alert, you're sort of tired all the time, you might be low in dopamine, epinephrine, norepinephrine, the catecholamines. So you might want to take something like L-tyrosine. If you can't focus, you have terrible verbal fluency, you just sort of don't feel like functionally your processes are working right, you might benefit from acetylcholine, some sort of acetylcholine supplement, or urine or something like Cortex. Cortex essentially works for everybody for a variety of things, but then individually and less complex and easier, something like alpha GPC, CDP choline, or choline bitartrate is sort of a bioavailable or partially bioavailable version of choline, the complex B vitamin. But if you find yourself in a place where, for one reason or another, you've got like excess cortisol, it's a stress hormone, you kind of feel stressed out a lot, or maybe you're not producing enough GABA, it's an inhibitory neurotransmitter that allows you to feel good, then theanine is a good nootropic in that regard. And I say this because this has happened to me. Like, I'm sort of prone to anxiety, most of my family has it, and to some degree or another. And the functional difference, like say I'm just at baseline, drink some coffee or a Red Bull or something in the morning, say I'm at baseline, and I'm feeling a little anxious or whatever, I take 1,000 milligrams of theanine. I mean, that's where I take. People like to think about 200, 400, 500 milligrams. I take 1,000 or more, sometimes 1,500 milligrams of theanine. And within about 20 minutes, I don't know if this is because of the balancing of cortisol. It said that theanine balances out cortisol, the stress hormone, and or the facilitation of the production of GABA, the inhibitory neurotransmitter. I feel so much better. I feel more focused. I'm just as fast in terms of speed of processing, but my brain doesn't seem to want to wander as much. I'm just kind of locked in and focused in, and I actually feel good. Probably because of the production of GABA and maybe the regulation of cortisol. So theanine is, in my mind, in my opinion, after 7 years, people like to get with all these advanced nootropics, all these new research chemicals. L-theanine is a powerful nootropic. I would suggest taking at least 500 milligrams, shoot to 1,000 if necessary, even 1,500. For most people, there's not going to be any sort of strange side effects. I mean, everybody's brain chemistry is different, and if you're taking SSRIs or something else, you might want to consult with a doctor, do some research. But I gotta tell you, theanine is one of my favorite nootropics. I consider it a nootropic, because like the direct correlate between the brain state that I get from taking theanine and my productivity, is easily observable. So L-Theanine, you can get it anywhere from Amazon. You can buy it in bulk or buy it from a local vitamin shop. It's basically everywhere. It's great stuff, guys. L-Theanine should not be underestimated. If you have not tried the Cortex Nootropic Stack, this is our stack that we sell. We compete with Alpha Brain, Siltep, True Brain, a lot of the rest of them. The U.S. Army uses it. Business people use it. Essentially, what you can expect from Cortex is we put together a particularly proprietary but a particularly effective combination, ingredient quantity-wise, of uridine monophosphate, basically a super nootropic, and CDP choline, which is also pretty awesome and a super nootropic, with a little bit of artichoke extract to help the onset, as well as some Bacopa monnieri to balance it out. But primarily uridine and CDP choline together. You want to research how effective that is. It's incredibly effective. It'll turn on verbal fluency for most people, working memory, energy, motivation to do work. It's incredible. I've gotten very many people, hundreds, to stop drinking coffee, drinking Red Bulls, and taking 5-hour energies because they take Cortex. It's incredible. Snag a bottle at livecortex.com, livecortex.com, to grab the newest nootropic out in the market. Well, we launched on February 16th that everybody's talking about. That is incredible. And thanks for watching. Get your theanine. Talk to you later.